Peace and love, Black family. This is Kendrick D, and I'm going to get straight into it on this video right here. Now, I know normally when I talk, I'm normally, talking about religion, a lot of stuff like that, but in this video right here, I want to have a little interracial conversation. This video is more of a response to a status that I posted on the internet, Facebook to be exact. I made a status, and in the status I was directing it at black women. Very, very short post. It just said something like, "Dear black woman, you are beautiful." And the next morning when I got on the internet and my inbox was flooded with Caucasian women telling me that they took offense to that statement I made, telling me that I should take that status down, telling me that I should edit that status and say all women are beautiful instead of just black women, telling me that they feel offended, telling me that I'm talking separation and hate talk just because I embrace the beauty of the black woman. Well, let me tell you something. I don't have to include you in every single thing that I do. And just because I'm on pro-black journey does not mean that I'm anti-white or anything. Just because I'm not including you does not mean that I am disrespecting you. I am on a journey learning my culture, and I am going to embrace my culture. And there's nothing wrong with it. And how dare you try to make me feel like I'm wrong because I'm complimenting my women, or feel like whenever I'm doing something positive for the black race, I have to include you in it. Or if ever I'm saying something positive about black people, I'm wrong, I'm racist, unless I'm saying all people when I do that or whatnot. That's wrong. Because had I made a status saying that all black women are hood rats, all black women are gold diggers, all black women are cheaters and bed wenches, you guys wouldn't have been in my inbox saying it's some white gold diggers too. Why you not saying that about the white women or whatnot? So don't come at me with that foolishness or that foolery when I'm giving credit and honor to my people or whatnot. I don't have anything against white, but I'm not a fan of interracial dating. And the reason why I'm not a fan of interracial dating, me personally, I'm conscious. I've been conscious for about 7 or 8 months now, and I'm still on this journey learning my culture. And I truly do not believe that a white woman can go on that journey with me because my culture is not her culture or whatnot. That is where I come from when it comes to that or everything. And there's nothing wrong with me teaching my son to go out here and find him a black woman and marry her. There's nothing wrong with me teaching my son to start a family with a black woman. There's nothing wrong with me teaching my son to invest in the black community or whatnot. That's what you guys have been taught to do growing up or whatnot. So that's my stance on that. And if you have a problem with me embracing blackness, then you can easily unfriend me, you can easily unfollow me, you can easily unsubscribe to me. What was funny is on the social media, I asked a question to every white individual that would read it or whatnot. I don't know how many white followers I have on Facebook. In my list of followers, I know at least 1,000 of them are white. And the question I asked was simple. I said to the white race, I said, do you believe that there is a system called white supremacy, or if you want to call it white privilege or whatnot, but do you believe that there is a system that is designed to keep your people ahead? Do you believe that black people in America get a fair shake? And if you agree that there is a system designed to keep your people ahead, do you support this system or are you against this system? And if you are against this system, what are you doing to fight against this system? Commenting on black posts saying, yeah, that was wrong, what happened to y'all, that's not helping us. We know it was wrong. But are you standing against your own kind? Because you preach to us we need to show love. Love gonna get us out of this thing. Love is what got us in this thing. These fake preachers run around carrying their Bibles. I know because I was one for 11 years. These fake preachers just run around telling us to love everyone the same. treat everybody equally, love, 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 love. That's the same love that the Africans showed the Europeans when the Europeans came over. And what did they get them? They got their land took, they got their people enslaved, they got their resources took, they got plagued with diseases and famine. The same love that you're saying that we need to show is the same exact love that the Aboriginals showed when the Europeans came. They end up getting their land took, end up getting murdered, end up getting their people enslaved or whatnot. So I'm not against the message of love. That is a powerful message. That's a deep message. I support it to the fullest. But I believe that you guys are bringing that message to the wrong audience. You need to preach that message to white supremacy. You need to preach that message to these white judges that are letting white people off for murder. You need to preach that message to these white prosecutors. You need to preach that message to these white business owners that are refusing to hire black people. You need to teach that message to these white bankers that are refusing to give loans to blacks so they can start their own businesses or whatnot. Those are the people, because they are the ones that are in power or whatnot. Those are the people that need to be taught those messages or whatnot. If white supremacy had love, it would be a totally different story. And it makes me sick when I hear a lot of them say stuff like, the only race I see is the human race. The only race, well, if the only race you see is the human race, you would have the same anger if an innocent black man got killed, if an innocent white man got killed. When I see a black man get murdered, I see you guys have, not all, but I see a lot of you guys have more sympathy for the murderer than you do the victim. You talking about a dead man's criminal record or whatnot, as if that's relevant to why he got murdered or whatnot. Saying things like, wait on the evidence to come back. Let the law do its job. Wait on the evidence to come back. Really? You can look at a video of Eric Gardner being choked out, begging for his life. Then the cameraman, the police officer that chokes him out gets up and waves at the camera. What other evidence do you need than that? Wait on the law to prevail? In all of these high-profile cases where a black man got murdered, how many of them white men got convicted? Freddie Gray, Eric Gardner, Tamir Rice, Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown, Sandra Bland, Philando Castile, Alton Sterling, Terrence Crutcher. How many other people got convicted for those murders right there? So I feel like when you talk that love talk, you need to talk that love talk to white supremacy, not black people or whatnot. And there's nothing wrong with embracing your culture. I knew nothing about my culture beyond these past 8 months. Only thing I learned about the black race, I learned it from a European. And they taught us that we were slaves and we were savages in Africa who basically ran around eating each other and uncivilized. That was what I was taught that the black race was about. They even tried to take Egypt out of Africa or whatnot. So now that we're embracing our race, now that we're learning our culture, I feel like you guys need to step back and let us do that. Don't get mad because it's not about you. It's not including you. Or he learning something that I didn't teach him. It's something wrong. Or he learning something that he ain't add me in and there's something wrong. No, it's not. Or whatnot. And if you guys really saw the only human race, like I said, when a black person get gunned down by a race soldier, by a vigilante, by a white police officer, and instead of looking at the family members and the citizens of those black communities when they are protesting because they're not getting any justice, you guys will be out there on the front lines protesting with them or whatnot. Because a lot of white people I know, they don't agree with the mistreatment of black people. They're just not doing anything about it, and they're not doing anything to stand up against it. And that makes you just as guilty as the perpetrator, if you ask me. Because if you were standing against your own kind or whatnot, maybe that would make your own kind look again at the things that they're doing. Not saying that will work, I don't know. But my thing is that consciousness is the key to giving life back to the black community, because consciousness teaches peace among us all. I don't see a lot of black conscious brothers trying to go kill each other, trying to go shoot at each other. They may make videos talking about each other. They may disagree on a lot of things, but they agree with the meat and the potatoes of the whole thing. And that right there is that we are all one as black people. Doesn't matter if you're African American, doesn't matter if you're African, Dominican Republic, Jamaican, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're black, you're with us. They teach that we're under attack by a system called white supremacy. And the only way we can get out of the situation is that we work together as one. The same way with Christianity is divided. You got Baptist, Pentecostal, Apostolic. The reason why you got all those different denominations is because they interpret the Bible differently. But they agree with the meat and potatoes. Jesus is the Son of God. Jesus died for our sins. One day he's going to come back. I can go to any one of those churches with that message and they always stand behind that right there or whatnot. But like I said, just because a person is pro-black, just because a person is for their culture, does not mean that they are against another culture. And how dare you guys try to get mad at a black person for embracing their culture, or trying to say that they are teaching hate because they are not teaching love you, or they are not teaching that everything they do is about you. Hate teaching is saying, go kill the white man, go get a gun, go murder the white man, kill as many of them as you can. That is teaching hate right there. Teaching black empowerment is teaching love black people. There are too many, you guys quick to throw black on black crime. There's 90% rate of black getting, well, there's 80% rate, there's an 86% rate of right on white crime. But this is helping black on black crime. This is helping decrease that when you teach peace among black people. So therefore, if you were really wanting to see those numbers deteriorate, you would be happy that we're embracing our culture or anything. You would be happy of that right there. I take offense to that. I comment a black woman, a white woman gets mad because she's not included in the compliment. But if I insult a black woman, she has nothing to say about that whatsoever or whatnot. So you guys need to get all out of your feelings. Stop feeling all butt hurt because somebody ain't praising you or whatnot. Because not everything happening in this world is about you. That's my opinion on that right there. And there's nothing wrong with me teaching my son to marry a black woman. There's nothing wrong with me teaching my son to start a black family. I can't knock what it's like to be in an interracial relationship because I've never been in one. Even when I was a preacher, I've never had sexual intercourse with a white woman before. So I can't knock it, but it's just not my cup of tea. And because it's not my cup of tea does not mean that I'm racist or whatnot. And I don't care how many black brothers run off with white girls or how many black sisters run off with white men. It's not killing my self-esteem. I still think to look at a black woman, that's the most beautiful thing out there. And that's where my interest lies right there, because that's who I am or whatnot. So, I hope you all are having a very, very blessed and safe one or whatnot. You guys will be hearing more from me. I just felt the urge to respond to that right there. And I want to say peace and love, black family. Y'all can follow me on YouTube, Kendrick D. Look me on Facebook, Kendrick D. Hibbler. Look me up on Instagram, Kenstagram. Peace and love.